So what I'm going to do for this program tonight, and I'm not quite sure how Barry would handle it, but I'm going to go back the other way with question number 1, starting with Representative Swedzinski, and we'll toss it to you first, and then Senator Saxog and Representative Khan will have their opportunity. So, a caller from Minneapolis sends to us this question. Well, actually, they're making a statement. That their statement is that if reductions were made in the welfare system, there would be more workers available. So that's an assertion. And how does that work out?
Well, I think it's the government's job. We really want to encourage folks to enter the area of work. I think, when you look at some of the businesses, whether it be in Southwest Minnesota or even the Metro, I know there's a lot of folks that are asking folks to come and take a look. It doesn't take a whole lot of time as you're driving down the highway to see, help wanted signs. But it's, I think the biggest question is how are you moving folks up that economic ladder? And whether it be mining jobs up in northeast Minnesota or agribusiness jobs down in southwest Minnesota or some other type of economy job within the city of Minneapolis. I think that's really the goal, to encourage investment within the state of Minnesota so that we have that high-tech industry that's going to bring us to the next generation and move people up that economic ladder. And whether that be a welfare program, I think we're all in agreement that I think there should be some sort of you head on some hard times, something should be there, but also I think a lot of folks would say that there's also maybe a period of time that it's time to get things going and let's see how this thing works. So.
All right. And Senator Saxon?
Well, 2 years ago I was part of an economic task force. I was the chairman, actually. There was 8 senators, 4 Republicans, 4 Democrats, all rural, and we got together and tried to decide what rural Minnesota needed to, in fact, make the economy go, and what was the matter with our economy. And we came to the conclusion that yes, there was unemployed people in rural Minnesota, but for the most part, our problem there is that we didn't have the trained, educated workforce that we needed to fill the jobs that were available. And so that has been the thrust, actually, of the 8 of us, and we've authored some bills, particularly with career counseling in our high schools, trying to get to high school kids before they're seniors in high school and saying, hey, you might want to think about some of the, whether we're talking agriculture, manufacturing, forestry products, mining, you might want to think about some of these things. And by the way, we're prepared to help you with your career and give you the education and the training that you need to stay in rural Minnesota and fill those jobs. I think that it's a long process. You don't do this all of a sudden, but I think, as Chris intimated, that it's important that we think that most people, not all people, but most people who are part of the welfare system are trying to make their way up, and we got to help them do that. So it's important.
Yeah, Representative Gunn.
I can't add much to what my 2 colleagues said. I think training is really important. Educational opportunities are really important. And, of course, one of the big issue is STEM jobs, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we really have to make sure that we have good preparation for the kids in school to be able to go on to higher education in those fields.
Phyllis, that's a great point. I think, especially in rural, when you talk rural colleges, Tom, too, just making sure that our schools of higher learning are regionally significant. So that does that school, whether it be a Southwest or whatever school that might be, do they fit the local economy? Are they offering the majors that are going to, so that when those businesses are out there recruiting, are they going to be drawing from, Boston or some other place? Midwest life is not the same as some other parts of the world. And how, you're best off trying to recruit someone that grew up in the area, and the best thing to do is, if they're going to get their education, they're going to get it close to home.
If I might follow up on that, because, in my day, mom and dad, and said, "You're going to college. You're going to get your college degree," and I did. Took a little while, but I got there. Now there are some thoughts that, if we really put some people into good 2-year training. And then get them into a journeyman or get them into some other, that there is an opportunity there that is different from the college experience.
I got to tell you my story. My story about when I was in 9th grade, and our 9th grade civics teacher, he gets up in front and he says, "Now, kids, if you were in Europe, you would be taking a test and it would decide whether you were going to go to trade school or you were going to go to college." And everybody went, "Ooh." As I think back, that's probably, that model probably would have served us a lot better in rural Minnesota for sure.
Well, as Chris mentioned, you travel in western, southern Minnesota, help wanted signs all over. I mean, these great manufacturing firms are looking for people. And maybe, Phyllis, it's the same in the metro.
Yes,
I think
probably.
you don't have any. You have a shortage of workers there,
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the problem is we have a shortage of workers, and we have a shortage of people ready to fill those jobs. And that's why the technical training and STEM training is so important, and it's so important to have people looking to do it. And I always, as the only woman here on this table, I'll always put in this, the problem that we've had with discouraging girls from going into those fields. And one of the things is I visited an engineer about the importance of a 2-year education. I visited an engineering class at the University of Minnesota recently, and the first surprise I had was it didn't look that much better than when I went to school. I think there were 2 young women in it. I think women have done well now in things like law and medicine, but they're still not getting into engineering, really. But then the question that was asked was how many had come to this class from a 2-year institution, and it was like half the class had. And that I thought was just absolutely terrific, because you're getting people are getting a less expensive education, and they're also getting something that probably puts them in good stead for summer jobs and that sort of thing.